Imagine packing your bags for Asia with zero visa paperwork. No embassy visits, no forms, no stress, just your passport and a boarding pass. In 2025, the US is changing the game by lifting visa requirements for 10 Asian countries. But which ones made the list? And why now? Some will surprise you, others are long overdue. From beach paradises to rising tech hubs, the benefits go far beyond tourism. Whether you're a travel junkie, business traveler, or simply planning your first international trip, knowing these updates can save you time, money, and major headaches. Let's reveal the countries opening their doors. Thailand has always been a top destination for American travelers, with its rich culture, stunning beaches, and unbeatable street food. But up until now, US citizens could only stay visa-free for 30 days, unless you applied for an extension or a different visa category. In 2025, that's about to change. Thailand is set to join an expanded list of visa-exempt countries, allowing US passport holders to stay up to 90 days without a visa. This move aligns with Thailand's plan to boost long-term tourism and attract remote workers, retirees, and investors. It also reflects a growing partnership between Thailand and the United States in trade and digital economy collaboration. Why now? Thailand's government sees the US as a high-value travel market. Longer visa-free stays mean higher tourist spending and stronger economic ties. Plus, with the rise of Thailand's startup and tech sectors, American professionals are becoming a welcomed presence. For travelers, this shift is a game changer. You can now take that dream trip to Chiang Mai, island hop in the south, or explore Bangkok's nightlife, all without worrying about visa deadlines. It's the kind of policy update that turns short vacations into full experiences. Indonesia is home to over 17,000 islands, from buzzing Bali to the wild jungles of Sumatra. For years, US citizens were allowed a 30-day visa-free stay, extendable only once, making long-term travel complicated. In 2025, Indonesia is expected to upgrade its visa policy, offering up to 90 days of visa-free entry for US passport holders. This aligns with their push to develop digital nomad tourism zones and reduce bureaucratic barriers for international visitors. Indonesia has been eyeing closer cooperation with the US in areas like renewable energy, education, and tourism. This visa shift reflects those growing ties and responds to increased US traveler demand. American visitors to Bali alone have surged post-pandemic, showing just how attractive the country has become. This change means travelers can now spend a full season exploring Indonesia's incredible diversity without the pressure of renewing documents. Dive into Raja Ampat, surf in Lombok, or simply unwind in Ubud's rice terraces, knowing you're covered for 3 full months. For remote workers, retirees, and adventure seekers, this opens up a world of new possibilities in one of Asia's most culturally rich nations. It's a major move toward making Indonesia not just a travel stop, but a long-term destination. Vietnam's rise as a must-visit destination has been meteoric. From the street food of Hanoi to the lantern-lit alleys of Hoi An, it blends history, affordability, and beauty. Until now, US travelers needed an e-visa or pre-approval to enter, with strict stay limits. But in 2025, Vietnam plans to allow visa-free stays of up to 60 days for US citizens. That's a big shift from the current 30-day e-visa system, which required online applications and sometimes long processing times. Why the change? Vietnam wants to strengthen trade and tourism links with the US, now one of its largest export markets. It's also looking to diversify its economy by attracting more foreign investment, and easier travel access is part of that strategy. This is more than a travel perk. It's a sign of warming diplomatic relations and mutual trust between the two countries. For American travelers, it means you can now plan deeper cultural immersion. Maybe take that motorbike trip from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, or spend weeks learning to cook Vietnamese cuisine. This visa waiver removes friction and invites Americans to explore Vietnam more freely. It's not just a convenience, it's an invitation to engage more deeply with one of Asia's most dynamic and resilient nations. The Philippines has long been one of the easiest Asian countries for Americans to visit, thanks to strong historical ties and a mutual defense treaty. U.S. citizens already enjoy 30 days of visa-free entry, but in 2025, that's about to get even better. The government is finalizing a policy to extend visa-free stays to 90 days, making the Philippines one of the most accessible countries in Southeast Asia for U.S. travelers. It's a strategic move to attract long-term tourists, digital nomads, and retirees, especially given the country's large English-speaking population and low cost of living. This extension is also a nod to the close political and cultural bond between the two nations. With military cooperation, education exchanges, and Filipino-American communities strengthening ties, easing travel restrictions just makes sense. What does it mean for travelers? You'll be able to settle in and explore the islands at your own pace, from Palawan's turquoise lagoons, to Siargao's surf spots, to the vibrant street life in Manila, without rushing through it all. This change transforms the Philippines from a short-stay stop into a full-season destination for Americans. Whether you're after adventure, beach life, or reconnecting with heritage, the Philippines in 2025 is more open than ever. Malaysia often flies under the radar, but for savvy travelers it's a gold mine. Modern cities, lush rainforests, and world-class cuisine. U.S. citizens have enjoyed 90-day visa-free access for years, but in 2025 that privilege is expanding in a key way. Starting next year, Malaysia plans to eliminate several entry restrictions and streamline its visa waiver conditions, making it even easier for Americans to enter for business, tourism, or remote work. The update includes longer stays for certain traveler categories and faster re-entry options, catering to repeat visitors and digital nomads. Why the change? Malaysia is positioning itself as a major regional hub for innovation and finance. By simplifying travel for American citizens, it hopes to attract more international conferences, investment opportunities, and long-stay tourists. This is particularly exciting for U.S. travelers who love flexibility. You can base yourself in Kuala Lumpur, weekend in Langkawi, explore Penang's street art, and even hop to Borneo, without sweating over paperwork or renewals. And with excellent infrastructure and a low cost of living, Malaysia is quietly becoming a preferred base for Americans working remotely. In 2025, it's not just about easier travel, it's about seamless, stress-free movement through one of Southeast Asia's most underrated gems. Mongolia might not be the first place that comes to mind when you think visa-free travel, but 2025 could change that. Known for its vast steppe, nomadic culture, and surreal landscapes, Mongolia is finally making a move to boost inbound tourism from the West. Starting in 2025, the U.S. is expected to be added to Mongolia's visa-exempt list, granting up to 30 days of visa-free travel. It's a strategic effort to diversify Mongolia's economy and attract more independent travelers, particularly from the United States and Europe. Why now? Mongolia is keen to reduce reliance on neighboring markets and sees U.S. travelers as a way to broaden its tourism base. The visa change follows years of diplomatic talks and increasing bilateral cooperation in education, infrastructure, and mining. For American adventurers, this is a big win. You'll be able to explore the Gobi Desert, ride horses across the plains, or even attend the legendary 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐷 Festival, all without needing a visa in advance. This move opens the door to one of Asia's least explored countries and makes spontaneous, authentic travel to Mongolia finally feasible. It's the perfect time for U.S. citizens to rediscover one of the last great travel frontiers. No paperwork required. Sri Lanka, the teardrop-shaped island in the Indian Ocean, has been steadily rising on the travel radar. With its ancient cities, surf beaches, and wildlife safaris, it offers an incredible variety of experiences. In 2025, visiting just got easier for U.S. citizens. Currently, Americans need an electronic travel authorization, ETA, to enter Sri Lanka, but that's changing. The government is introducing a visa waiver program for U.S. travelers, granting up to 60 days of stay without any pre-approval or fee. This shift is part of Sri Lanka's economic recovery plan post-crisis, focusing on boosting tourism and international goodwill. Removing the ETA requirement reduces barriers for American tourists, who are seen as high-value visitors and reliable contributors to the country's tourism sector. There's also a deeper strategy. Sri Lanka is strengthening ties with the U.S. through development programs and trade cooperation. Simplifying travel reflects a broader push toward transparency, growth, and global reintegration. For travelers, it's all upside. You can now journey through the hill country by train, soak up the sun in Marissa, or explore the ancient ruins of Anuradhapura. all without visa hassles. In 2025, Sri Lanka is making it crystal clear. Americans are welcome, no strings attached. Kazakhstan is one of Asia's most underrated destinations, blending modern cities with untouched nature. With its futuristic capital Astana, Soviet-era relics, and vast mountain ranges, it offers something few places can: space, solitude, and discovery. And now, in 2025, it's opening its doors wider to U.S. travelers. While Kazakhstan already allows Americans visa-free entry for 30 days, the government plans to extend that to 90 days under new bilateral travel agreements with the U.S. This is part of a broader strategy to attract tourists, investors, and digital nomads to Central Asia's largest economy. Why this shift? Kazakhstan sees the United States as a key strategic partner, especially in technology, education, and energy. Making travel easier helps stimulate cultural exchange, while also encouraging business collaboration and tourism spending. For travelers, this means more freedom to explore the surreal 𝐬𝐮𝐿 Canyon, attend cultural festivals, or even road trip across the vast steppe. It's perfect for those seeking a mix of urban modernity and raw nature, without the red tape. This isn't just about visas. It's about Kazakhstan stepping onto the global stage and welcoming U.S. citizens to experience its transformation. If you're ready for a truly unique adventure, 2025 is your year to go, visa-free. Bhutan, often called the last Shangri-La, is one of the most exclusive destinations on Earth. Known for its focus on gross national happiness and strict tourism controls, it has traditionally required all foreign visitors to book through licensed tour operators and pay daily fees, even for Americans. But in a groundbreaking update for 2025, Bhutan is set to waive visa requirements for U.S. citizens for stays up to 14 days, removing the mandatory pre-approval process and offering simplified direct entry. Why the sudden shift? Bhutan is experimenting with controlled openness to diversify its economy while still preserving its culture and environment. Easing travel restrictions for U.S. visitors is part of a pilot project to modernize tourism without flooding the kingdom with uncontrolled foot traffic. It's also symbolic of Bhutan's growing international diplomacy. The U.S. has supported Bhutan in climate resilience and education efforts, and this visa-free entry is a recognition of trusted ties. For American travelers, this is a once-rare chance to walk through cliffside monasteries, hike the Himalayas, and experience life in a country that measures success by happiness, all with far fewer bureaucratic hurdles. If Bhutan's been on your bucket list, 2025 is the year to go. But act fast. This new policy may be limited to short windows each year. The Maldives is practically synonymous with luxury travel, turquoise lagoons, overwater villas, and romantic getaways. But beyond the resorts, it's also a nation redefining its global relationships. In 2025, that includes a visa change that benefits American travelers. Currently, U.S. citizens receive a 30-day visa on arrival, no application needed. But in 2025, the Maldives will shift to a full visa exemption for U.S. travelers, meaning no more paperwork, wait times, or immigration queues, just fast-track access upon arrival. Why this upgrade? The Maldives is deepening partnerships with the United States, especially in marine protection, climate diplomacy, and regional security. Tourism from the U.S. has also been growing steadily, and removing the visa on arrival requirement is a gesture of goodwill and a push for even more American visitors. What does it mean for travelers? Simpler, faster access to one of the world's top bucket list destinations. Whether you're diving with manta rays, relaxing at a private villa, or island hopping by seaplane, your vacation starts sooner, and with less hassle. This change reflects more than just hospitality. It's a recognition of the Maldives' growing confidence as a global player, and its desire to welcome Americans with open arms and zero bureaucracy. So there you have it, 10 Asian countries where U.S. citizens can soon travel without the hassle of a visa. Whether you're chasing adventure, culture, or just a change of scenery, 2025 is shaping up to be the best year yet for American travelers. These updates aren't just convenient, they represent a global shift toward openness and stronger ties. Which country are you most excited to visit? Drop it in the comments below. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more travel updates, and share this with your favorite travel buddy. your next trip might just be visa-free.